level 1. He said, Miss Rhodes, I'm going to work to be the valedictorian in this class. And he and Cynthia, they were neck and neck, guys. Like Monique was close behind, and Wendy was up in there. But these two, they took it by the horns, guys. But not only do I love this young man for his professionalism and his academics, but I love him for his heart, his humbleness, and his ability to help. He contributed not only to his class, guys, but to other class members that came behind him. Gus is great in math. You guys know that, right? Yes. And I teach math after Miss Stevens drafted me. She started off with math. She drafted me as a second math teacher, and now she's left me here to be the math teacher in charge. Now Mona came in, and Mona has helped me so greatly as well. But Gus is a student mentor, so I came to Miss Moore and Miss Griselda Crosco, and I said, this young man, I want to do something real special because he saved me a lot of heartache in teaching my students math that was struggling. So we came up with the Student Mentor Award, and it says for his tireless service with assisting as a mentor and math tutor for students who face difficulty with medical math throughout the nursing program, while Augusto was enrolled as a student at Career Care Institute from the Administration and Nursing Department of Career Care Institute. Valedictorian of this class, Mr. Augusto Blanco. And thank his family for sharing him with us.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I was saying I thought it was over, the studying, the preparation, and then the speech.
Guys, put it down. Guys, put it down.
More sleepless nights. I would like to acknowledge the Director of Nurses, Ms. Corrine Stevens. Assistant Director of Nurses, Mrs. Angela Moore. Dean of Academics, Mr. Michael Heller. Teachers, friends, and relatives. And of course, fellow graduates. It's with great pleasure that I deliver this valedictorian speech. It was like yesterday when we began orientation at the very accommodating room 100. We were 43 students when we started, and no one had any idea what we got ourselves into. One by one, sometimes even in twos, we would lose a seatmate, a clinical group mate, a friend. The number 43 dwindled down to 22. It is because of hard work and dedication that we are here today. Thank you to technology. For the ones who have persevered, have become masters of using the iPad apps like Micromedics, the G-Flash, and Quizlet. A lot of people have been saying being a male nurse has a lot of disadvantages. Well, for me, it was more on the advantage. At my first clinical site, there were 3 female patients who kept on wandering during lunch, and the aides had problems with them to stay in place. But to my advantage, they were kind of following me around, almost like magic. I was like a magnet, with the trio following me. So if I needed them to stay in one place, I just sit down with them. It worked like a charm. Level 2. Level 2 is where I experience the most. And when I experience, let me explain. I got my first kiss from a patient who had fine blonde hair, the most beautiful eyes you have ever seen. Besides the fact that she had no teeth left, the kiss landed right on my cheek with a resounding mwah. After that, I was no longer a virgin. Lips were smacking, kisses were flying, and hugs were open house. But it doesn't work everywhere. Because at level 3, I went to the VA. William J. T. Knight Veterans, home of California. 85% of the residents were men. To make it short, there were not too many kisses or hugs happening over there. So, my achievements, attendance, success, and determination would not be possible if not for my very supportive and understanding family. My enduring wife, Gail, would ask me time and again, "Nag-aaral ka na naman?" And easily translated, that's, "You're studying again?" And I did study every chance I had. We would cancel dates, occasions, parties, and the like, just to be able to do homework, study for a quiz, work on a project. We made it through. My ever reassuring daughter, Gabe, who would share with me her school supplies and partner with me at our study/dinner table for quizzes, midterms, and finals. We would take turns on the sofa for power naps. And we'd say, "Wake me up after 2 hours, okay?" And she's asleep for 4 hours. She forgets. I love you, my baby Gaby. And the source of my family's power, my son Giles. Giles is so understanding when he would ask me on a Tuesday night, "Can you play with me?" And I had to turn him down because I needed to focus on a final or a quiz for the next day, which is Wednesday. He would answer with his irresistible tone, "Okay, Daddy." I love you, Giles. My family has sacrificed so much for me to get to where I am right now, and I cannot thank them enough. I love you, my 3 Gs, Gail, Giles, and Gabe. Quotes for the day. These 2 quotes have always made me strive for academic excellence. One is from the first nursing theorist, and the other from a founder of a quick service restaurant. Let's start first with Florence Nightingale. She said, "I attribute my success to this: I never gave or took any excuse. That's what she said. No excuses, no explanation needed, only ownership and commitment. Now that's the kind of nurse you will want at your bedside. Next is from Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. He said, if you're green, you're growing, and if you are ripe, then you begin to rot. So many times we think that we are at our prime, the best that we can be. And when we get that's when we get so easily knocked down from that very high chair. It's a reminder that the only thing that is constant in this world is change. Graduates, after the 16 months of learning, training, and adapting, we have barely scratched the surface of the fine art of nursing. As nurses, we must keep on learning. We must keep on growing. We must be the best that we can be. For what we know will determine what we will be able to do. Be the patient advocate. Be the light of the lantern that shines bright in the dark. Be the bearer of hope. In the words of Florence Nightingale, nursing is an art. And if it is to be made an art, it requires an exclusive devotion, as hard a preparation as any painter's or sculptor's work. For what is the having to do with dead canvas or dead marble compared with having to do with the living body, the temple of God's Spirit? It is one of the fine arts. I almost said the finest of fine arts. Classmates, I love you all. Thank you and congratulations.